Welcome to the
Climate change. Metaverse and climate change coming together. What is going on?
How can you even imagine?
I'll show you exactly how it happens. Reuters.com. Tuvalu turns to the metaverse as rising seas threaten existence.
Oh.
Yes. Tuvalu said on Tuesday it plans to build a digital version of itself, replicating islands and landmarks and preserving its history and culture as rising sea levels threaten to submerge the tiny Pacific island nation. Now, they mentioned the Tuvalu's foreign minister, Simon Koff, is doing a little video promo to COP27, the climate summit. And I have the video here. I'm going to play the first few seconds because and I'll describe what's happening because it's very dramatic.
In Tuvalu, we are living the realities of climate change.
So it starts off with a tight shot of Simon, what's his name? Simon Coffey is the Minister of Justice, Communications and Foreign Affairs. Sort of a maybe mid-chest and up. He's standing at a podium. You see some of the flags in the background. And
wow, they combine a lot of those ministries. Ministry of
Justice, Communication and Foreign Affairs. He's the guy, okay? He's the guy.
There's a few different things there.
Yeah,
okay.
So he's talking, and as you hear him talk, the camera is slowly pulling out from this tight shot from the chest to the top of the head.
In Tuvalu, we are living the realities of climate change, sea level rise, as you stand watching me today at COP26. We cannot wait for speeches when the sea is rising around us all the time. Climate mobility must come to the forefront. We must take bold, alternative action today.
Still zooming out.
Tomorrow. Tuvalu Modetua.
Fast zoom. Oh, and look at him. He is standing he's speaking at a podium in the water, Basil.
In the water.
The sea levels are rising.
Such a powerful image. Now, it's not that the sea level rose into where his normal podium would be. It's just that they put his podium in the ocean at the beach.
Yes, and it looks the blue screen background looks very familiar, almost like somebody I know who does green screen backgrounds. You know, really low budget. You know, just
sure
makeshift.
Yeah. Now, in case you didn't know, folks, Tuvalu is an island nation halfway between Australia and Hawaii.
Yeah, it's within the British Commonwealth, is how it's described.
Their flag has the
British flag.
Union Jack British flag up in the corner there. You've got some stars on a blue background, kind of like the both Australian and New Zealand flags. Kind of a similar thing there. Okay. So they are building a metaverse version of their entire country so that something will survive, that they can keep living there once the ocean swallows them up.
This is the quote. Our land, our ocean, our culture are the most precious assets of our people, and to keep them safe from harm, no matter what happens in the physical world, we will move them to the cloud to keep them safe from harm, Basil. Yeah. What are we talking about? Well, why is he talking like that? He said in a video,
his whole country to the cloud. Yeah. So when the ocean swallows them up, they'll be okay.
They'll be okay. He said in the video that sees him standing on a digital replica of an inlet threatened by rising sea levels. A digital replica?
So that was...
This does not look digitally enhanced.
Was this... So did the...
Wait a minute.
Maybe it was a blue screen. They put a blue screen.
Well, there is a blue screen behind
the blue screen. I don't know if that's a digital
I don't
replica.
think the whole point of this thing.
They just put his podium in the ocean.
That's what it looks like. It can't be digital because they do a whole drone, quick fly up thing, dramatic zoom out.
It could be.
I
suppose it could be digital.
It could be digital, but it's just funny.
But it doesn't matter whether it is or not. That's just a weird point to get wrong.
Coffey grabbed global attention last year at COP26 when he addressed the conference, standing knee deep in the sea to illustrate how Tuvalu is on the front line of climate change. So this is his shtick. This is his thing.
Oh, this was from last year.
No.
He said
No. This is from this year. He said they're saying he got popular by doing it last year. So maybe this, he's doing it again.
Did the same thing.
Yeah.
Are you sure that just isn't from last year?
I mean, it could be, but
the point is they're making their metaverse nation this year.
Right.
It is kind of it's an interesting statement. We're going to make the metaverse version because we're going to disappear. So when we disappear, it's all on you, except for the technocrats who are preserving our nation in the metaverse. It's as is often the case with a lot of these sort of activism, metaverse comparison. It's almost like the metaverse was given so much attention specifically so that it could be used more as a messaging tool than an actual, whatever.
Yeah, I just
economic realm.
I don't understand the logic of if you're a leader of a small nation like this and you're concerned about, hey, I want to preserve culture, I want to preserve the people, and is there something we can do? Oh, we can upload you to the cloud. And he's like, oh yeah, that's a good idea.
We can upload your consciousness.
All we need is all your data.
By the time the ocean actually does swallow up Tuvalu, remember, they're talking on timelines of like hundreds of years. Oh,
please, no, this is an emergency, Basil. How dare you suggest that this is hundreds of years in the making?
In 100 years, when the ocean swallows up the island, then we probably will have the technology to upload the whole country's consciousness up to the metaverse.
Yeah.
So I think this is very forward thinking. He's a very technocratic fella, this Mr. Coffee.
Oh, well, this also speaks into some of my more fringier theories about, exploring space and how that could be just one big psyop to bring everybody into a kind of a metaverse cloud type of situation where everyone thinks they're exploring out there, but really they're just connected into the matrix like the movie. You're just in a bat of goo.
Put you in a little cryopod.
Yeah, and you think you're
the brain in a jar theory is what
you're referring to. Philosophy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, sounds good. Still don't have my brain in a jar.
Nope.
I think. Yep. I don't think.
You just have a red brain. I don't know why your brain is glowing red, or is that just your hat?
Yes.
Maybe that's just your hat. I don't know.
Reference there. Great reference for the people just listening to the podcast version. Well,
they can imagine it. They have imaginations.